Okay, so you're familiar with Pocket Fighters. Yeah, it's a great game. Burnout Paradise. Burnout was always a good series. Oh, did that guy regenerate me? Seems like it. That's good. Still, I wanted to sell that diamond van he was carrying. It's PK Fire. Alright. Oh, Parappa the Rapper? Yeah, dude, I love Parappa the Rapper. I think I have the first one still. And I played the second one, but my friend had that. I never bought that. And I have Jammer Lammy. I need to play that one. I never got around to it. Picked it up a few years for like $5 and still haven't played it. But it's around here somewhere. I love the Nana Onsha games. They actually have like a fan-made movie based on Parappa the Rapper. Parappa's Nth Mile Adventure. It's pretty funny. And the girl they got to play Sunny Funny was hot. Well, she still is hot. She's still alive. She lives in New York. There we go. Alright, so what's up with you, buddy? Camel Man? Seems I'm dealing with some pretty rough stuff. I can't run my business in town. Let's sell some garbage. Viper can go. Not familiar with Scars. I played Wipeout. I love the Wipeout series. And I need to track down a copy of Roll Cage. I'm actually in the pilot program for a game that the old Wipeout crew are making. After Studio Liverpool got canned by Sony, they got back together and they started working on... It's called Fusion League or something like that, or Fusion Racer. I think they have a greenlight page on Steam right now, but you can pay ahead and you'll get into the beta and stuff. I haven't heard anything from them right now. They were setting up a Kickstarter. It looks beautiful what they're trying to do with it, but it's going to be on PC, so yeah, it's going to look amazing. And Roll Cage was a little like Wipeout. I think it was published by Psygnosis, but I don't think it was made by this Wipeout team. But you had a car and you could like drive on ceilings and stuff. Because like, and your car would just flip over like if you dropped off. But like, the wheels were huge and your car was in the middle. Yeah, never played Scars. And somebody made a PC spiritual successor to that as well, to Roll Cage, and I need to track that down. Yeah, I don't want these Pharaoh's Curses. What's he sell? Oh, he sells good stuff. That's a her. What's your deal? I'm not sure if it was the dungeon man, but there's a strange looking tower to the northwest. This key I picked up a little while ago shall maybe open the tower. You may have it, I do not need it. Dungeon man! All right, I'm gonna grab another case or two of games, and we'll keep flipping through stuff. Oh, my phone's ringing in game too. Hello? Sorry to bother you, big bro. This is Scargo Express. I had a phone call from a friend of yours recently. He asked me to hold on to the Hawkeye for you. Anything about this? Well, since you know about the item, I'll hold on to it for you. If you need it, I'll deliver it to you anytime you want. Oh yeah, big bro? I'm glad I could help out you and your friends. Your sister works for the delivery/storage service. Let's see, DDR, Rock Band, DDR. Space Channel 5 is a good one. It's originally on the Dreamcast, but there is a 2-disc set for the PlayStation 2. With Part 1 and Part 2. And that's good. Katamari Damacy. That whole series is good, although it starts getting lamer towards the end. No One Can Stop Mr. Domino is a weird PlayStation 1 puzzler. Which I highly recommend. If you haven't played Psychonauts, you can get it on Steam for like $3. It's always, anytime there's a Steam sale, it's on sale. And sometimes when there's not. There's a fairly cheap Double Fine bundle that has that and a bunch of other things. Singularity, there's a good one. I don't know if that ever got released on PC, but it's a first-person shooter. It's got some weird time effects. It's by Ravensoft, I think. And it pulls a lot from other FPSs, but does it better. Kind of like how Psychonauts pulled from platformers and polished it. I never got into the Star Wars games, but I've heard good things about the Phantom Menace. Oops. My bad. There will be no restore points. But I will smack whatever robot this is. Probably that Octobot. Yep. What was he vulnerable to? I think it was fire. Yeah. Never played the Hercules game. I have Hercules kart racing for the Wii. That's terrible. That was more recent and not based on the Disney version of Hercules. Surprise attack! Yeah, Steam stuff. The Wonderful End of the World is like Katamari Damacy. It's not as good, but it's pretty cheap. It's by the same crew, Dejobon Games. They did Reckless Disregard for Gravity. The early Ridge Racers were pretty good, yeah. Ridge Racer. I was gonna say Game Over, yeah, but that's Daytona. You can somehow find a copy of Q before for the GameCube. That's a good one. You bash. You sigh. Yeah, let's just bash with everybody. I'm going to dole out some life ups after this. That's what I'm talking about. Actually, Super Nintendo game, Stunt Race FX. That was a racer. I should probably get that for drinking and driving nights because that was a good racer. It used the Super FX chip, like the same one they used for Star Fox, but it was racing. It had some interesting physics to it too. Like your car would bounce around a lot. They had like little eyes on them, kind of like the movie cars before that came out, and better. Get panned. Jet Grind Radio and Jet Set Radio Future are both good. You get Jet Grind Radio on Steam, on Xbox Live Arcade. I think it's on PlayStation Network as well. They never re-released the sequel, but I don't remember how I stumbled across Uni's channel. I really have no idea. We were trying to remember the other day when she was doing art. I'm like, I don't know. I do not know. It might have been I might have been looking for whatever game she was playing, but I don't know. I live, I'm in Pennsylvania. If you know where Philadelphia is, not far from there. About an hour away. Further inland. Well, 30 minutes to half an hour. Depends on traffic. By car, I should say. An hour by car. Yeah. There's some decent stuff to do in the U.S. Do you know what parts of the U.S. you'd want to go to? It's like where I am, we kind of get the best and the worst of the weather each year. Like, during the fall, it's great. You go a little further into the... I mean, it's called Pennsylvania, which means Penn's Woods for a reason. But, like, all the leaves change color, and it's glorious. And you like a lot of hills you can drive on, because it eventually leads to the Pocono Mountains. That's definitely worth it. But at the same time, when it snows, we get pounded. During the summer, we get roasted. It's a little swampy in some areas. It's not as bad as Washington, D.C. That's a nightmare. But, ooh, this is... Oops, no. No. East Coast down through the West Coast? Yeah, alright. Yeah, that's a good thing to do. I would say... Start in Boston, maybe shoot up to... if you have the time, this is like, if you're going to make a U-shape, the tour I would go on... I'd actually turn it into a W, and I'll tell you why. I would like fly into like New York, and like shoot up, or yeah, you'd probably have to fly into New York if you're coming in from the UK. Shoot up to Boston, maybe do a little New England because it's nice up there. People are interesting. Maine is really nice if you like more rustic stuff, but if you want more metropolitan area, Boston's okay. Plus, the city structure is it'd be much more familiar to you in that it's completely chaotic garbage instead of a grid. Seriously, it's a nightmare. The roads there. But there's some fun stuff to see up there. Do New York City for a day or two. Absolutely. Philadelphia. Stop for some food and then keep going. Don't bother with Baltimore. Washington, D.C., if you want to see some cool monuments, that's really the only reason to go. Florida's a dump. Basically, most of the South is a dump. Although, if you like barbecue, hit the Carolinas. So head south, go to like Raleigh, Durham. I would say North Carolina over South Carolina, definitely. Maybe zip over to Missouri and like St. Louis, Missouri for more barbecue. Texas, there's a lot of Texas. Austin's probably the best place in Texas to go because that's their weird city. Lots of art scene, music, something of a video game scene. If you've heard of Rooster Teeth, they're based in Austin. Houston and Dallas, fuck both those cities. Pardon my language. I know I'm supposed to go to Dungeon Man, but we're getting a little leveling out of the way. Well, you might want to see Houston and Dallas just to see other aspects of Texas. It's like 3 different worlds. Oh, Georgia. Georgia. Go to Atlanta. Atlanta's interesting. Or Savannah. Savannah's really nice. That's worth consideration. But yeah, the W thing I was talking about, shoot up to Chicago. Chicago is cool. I think they're winning right now for murder capital of the United States, but oh well. You can skip Ohio. Most of the northern Midwest, there's not that much exciting. You go to the Dakotas and see Mount Rushmore, but why would you want to? Especially during the winter, it's a terrible time to do that. Yeah, then zip back down. California. Also Nevada, Vegas is worth spending a day or two in. Just because it's like a whole new surreal world of debauchery. Yeah, if you want to go deserty south, that's West Texas, New Mexico. New Mexican food, and like Nevada, the food that region's pretty good. Arizona is like super desert, but a lot of beautiful vistas out that way as well. And then hit up California. Maybe spend a day in LA. Maybe. LA is kind of a nightmare, but you could do the Hollywood thing, whatever. Disneyland, maybe. And then, yeah, zip up to Seattle, and you're good. And get the hell out of my country. Yeah. Portland's not bad, too. If you're shooting up the West Coast, hit Portland on the way to Seattle. That's in Oregon. Not Portland, Maine. Portland, Maine is nice, too. But, yeah. But Chicago is definitely a good food town as well. And Philly is the only place in the world you can get a proper cheesesteak. Plus, we got good pretzels. Soft pretzels. Our hard pretzels are good too, but soft pretzels is where it's at. Also, every town I mentioned, they are all good for beer. If you drink. And you might want to do the American South just to get some bourbon. Fun fact, if you've heard of Jack Daniels, the county where Jack Daniels is produced in the United States is actually a dry county where you cannot drink or purchase alcohol. Where's the key? Let us enter Dungeon Man. Hey, presents. It must be Christmas. Oh, it's these guys from the store. But they're also dying a lot more easily. And that scalding hot coffee is not hurting me as bad. But yeah, Chicago has good breweries. I'd say Mid and North California, good breweries. Lagunitas. Yeah. Boston area is alright for beer. And New York. New Jersey even has a couple good breweries. There's your reason to check out Philadelphia. My statistics show about 80% of the people go to the right first. Brick Road. Keep this board in mind. Brick Road. I love Brick Road. He's a good. Oh yeah, save point here. Good night, bench. May you relax, recover your health and spirits. But yeah, Chicago, you got Goose Island Brewery and some other good ones up there. Big money. Oh, I need to call Escardo Express and get that Hawkeye.